Good evening and welcome. This is the government news brief for Tuesday, May 10, 2016. In the news, taxpayers to get value for money with infrastructural development, Sapphire Exhibition Complex ready for GuyExpo opening, and Indigenous brand of luxury skincare products launched. I am Azim Khan and this is the government news brief. Stay tuned. Thank you for staying with us. Here are the details. Taxpayers to get their money's worth with standard infrastructure through the Ministry of Public Infrastructure's Inspectorate Division. Here is that report.
An Inspectorate Division will be established shortly to ensure that citizens benefit from standard infrastructural works. This is in keeping with government's plans to restore and repair Guyana's infrastructure. Work Services Group Coordinator Jeffrey Vaughan says the Inspectorate Division is part of the Ministry of Public Infrastructure and will function across Guyana.
That division basically is one that would be our eyes and ears for the ministries, not just our ministry. They would basically overlook all works that is ongoing and see that those works have been done to specification. So they would be the eyes of the ministry throughout. They won't only be working within Georgetown, but they'll be working throughout the 10 administrative region to ensure that the government has value for money and taxpayers' monies are spent effectively and efficiently.
The creation of the Inspectorate Division will see many persons being employed shortly from various professional fields.
It will involve persons such as quantity surveyors, architects. We will have also auditors, and also you have engineers and project managers. We've already shortlisted persons who would be part and parcel of that division, and they will be interviewed within the next probably week or two. There are quite a number of applicants that we have received, and we have already went through those applications and did our shortlist. So you have, I can say it's quite a number.
Minister of Public Infrastructure David Patterson, since assuming office, has embarked on a policy to put in place systems to ensure transparency and accountability. The minister pledged in his 2016 budget speech to take steps to restore confidence through the establishment of the Inspectorate Division this year. The unit is funded from the Ministry of Public Infrastructure's allocation of $30.6 billion in the 2016 budget. Renetta LaFleur, Government News Brief.
The Sapphire Exhibition site is gearing up for GuyExpo's Thursday opening. Here is an update.
The National Exhibition site, Sapphire, is buzzing with preparations to Thursday's opening of GuyExpo. Minister of Business Dominic Askin is satisfied with the preparations thus far.
Well, I'm very happy with what I've seen. Today is Monday. We have 3 days to go. And so far, it looks as if everyone is on target. Some of the places are almost complete. And almost every place that we've stopped at had people working enthusiastically to get their booths ready in time for Thursday's opening. So yes, I am very happy with what I've seen.
This year's exhibition promises to be one of significance as it is a part of the country's Jubilee activities.
We would like this to be the biggest GuyExpo ever. That's what we are shooting for. And I think it will be appropriate given that this is our 50th anniversary or Jubilee year.
Many corporate exhibitors have been working around the clock to ensure their booths are attractive and ready for the opening night.
So far the response has been excellent, I would say. Sponsorship, we have done very well. I think we are close to our targets, are we? And our target was ambitious.
Entrepreneurs and exhibitors are encouraged to attend business workshop from Friday to Sunday between 14:30 and 16 hours. The venues are the National Exhibition Center, Guyana Tourism Authority, and the Guyana National Bureau of Standards. For the Government News Brief, I am Sheba Thomas.
The government has pledged to rebuild and recapture the professionalism for which Guyana's Foreign Service was known. Here is that story.
As the administration works towards rebuilding the Foreign Service Institute, it is critical to recruit capable Guyanese with the capacity to effectively execute the country's foreign policy priorities. Minister of Foreign Affairs Carl Greenidge says the revival of the institute is needed to address the considerable lack of capacity that currently exists at the overseas missions and those in the Foreign Affairs Ministry.
We have to have a process by which those who are in the ministry develop these capacities, and those who are to enter come in with them, so that we will tackle it from both ends. One, from upgrading those who are here, and two, from recruiting those. So you need more lawyers in the ministry, you need geographers in the ministry, you need persons who can look at maps, persons who can look at an investment code, persons who can look at legislation applicable to foreign and domestic investment and make sense of it from the very beginning. You don't have to keep them for 20 years for them to achieve that.
In keeping with the new emerging foreign policy environment of the world, a full operationalization of the Institute will guide the development of the professional skills. Additionally, the curriculum delivered at the Institute can also guide the implementation of a foreign policy, Minister Greenidge says.
This is a new environment. Everything on the diplomatic front involves change. There are new priorities, there are committees and international conferences dealing with all sorts of specialist areas. So you can't have a ministry that consists only of generalists, somebody who has done, let's say, international relations or English and nothing else. There's a role for such a person, but there's not a role for a whole ministry consisting of such persons.
Minister Greenidge explained that the Institute is currently in the process of creating a program of orientation for diplomats. The training will also ensure that those staff who are based locally go through the process in a more timely and structured manner. He pointed out that the focus will be on ensuring that those who are going out to the missions abroad are fully acquainted with the administration's needs and priorities. For this government news brief, I am Namila Baines-Rowe.
In today's Reflection of Independence, Dr. Sita Roth, founder and head of the Guyana Learning Channel, shares her recollection of the country's atmosphere and the mood of the people on May 26, 1966, when Guyana officially became an independent nation.
We had a celebration at the Farnham Ground, all the schools in Kitty, and I think Campbellville too, in Farnham Ground, and we were celebrating with the arrival of the different peoples. So it was costumes and float and choirs and folk music, and that was a beautiful experience for me. I have always been mesmerized and by costumes and music and choreographies.
Rupununi producers have launched the first indigenous brand of personal luxury skincare products. Details in this report.
This 100% organic skin cleanser made from crabwood oil is just one of the many initiatives being undertaken by the Rupununi producers. This group aims to add value to their products, says Coordinator Mukushi Research Unit Paulette Alicock.
We have also continued our research work, and we think this is 90% fruitful, gathering information from elders. We pass on our knowledge to younger women who are now producing medicine from trees, as well as solid and liquid soap, the liquid soap from crab oil. We Makushi researchers and medicine from trees producers are now recognized nationally due to our own hard work efforts.
The products were created through a partnership with the South Rupununi Indigenous Producers, the Ministry of Social Cohesion and Indigenous Peoples Affairs, and the Institute of Applied Science and Technology, IAST. Dr. Suresh Narayan, Director IAST, explains that the knowledge of the indigenous peoples offers smart solutions.
As we approach this nexus of terrible challenges, I firmly believe that the knowledges that our indigenous peoples have offers elegant solutions to what we must do as a planet. Certainly, their approach to conservation is something that many of us on the coastland need to not only learn but inculcate.
Merged with state-of-the-art science to produce naturally healthy and modern skincare, the Rupununi Essence Facial Cleanser is enriched with crabwood oil. The crabwood oil is known as an excellent skin moisturizer. The Amerindians use it for joint pains, swellings, to heal scars, and even as a sunburn treatment. This oil is now transformed into a facial cleanser, which can result in soft, smooth, nourished, and glowing skin. This project started in November 2015 and was officially launched on May 9th at the Sapphire Exhibition Center. This project started in November 2015 and was officially launched on May 9th at the Sapphire Exhibition Center. This skincare product will be available at supermarkets countrywide at just $2,000. Seneca Thorne reporting for the Government News Brief.
The Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation's Accident and Emergency Unit gets over $10,000 emergency medical equipment boost. More in this report.
An electrocardiograph ECG machine, among other critical equipment for emergency care, was handed over by the Irish Gibraltar Courtland Medical Overseas Support Group to the GPHC. Dr. James Court, a member of the group and a native of Irish Village, Quarantine, explains that the group has been working closely with Guyana for over the last 11 years, providing support to healthcare facilities in Regions 5 and 6. It is now hoping to form a strong relationship with the GPHC.
It's been our passion between myself and another doctor, Dr. Saunders, who couldn't be here today. We come to Guyana on an average 2 times a year, beginning in 2005. We gave to several different areas in both Region 6, Region 5, and Region 4.
Dr. Zulfikar Box, head of GPHC's Accident and Emergency Unit, expressed gratitude to the group. He noted that A&E is the base of a hospital, and it is the area where a patient is triaged and administered emergency care, which is forgotten at times.
I must say I'm very pleased this afternoon to finally be on the receiving end of some emergency medicine equipment. Often, emergency medicine and donations for that specific field, in the field of medicine, is overlooked. It's not often that emergency equipment is thought as one of the main equipment or it's needed in systems, but emergency departments and emergency medicine is the face of the whole medical system.
Founder of the support group, Clinton Williams, pledged the group's continued support to strengthen its relationship with the Georgetown Public Hospital and the local medical sector. Since 2005, Dr. Court has been visiting Guyana twice yearly to conduct free clinics for children and adults in Berbice. He has adopted a Irish Health Center and commenced an ongoing program with the medics and auxiliary staff there to instill in them patient education and social mores associated with providing full medical care to the people in their community utilizing the services of the health center. For this Government News Brief, Shivani Ramsod reporting.
This has been another edition of the Government News Brief. The details of these and other stories can be found on GINA's website. We encourage you to subscribe to our website and YouTube channel. You can also like and follow us on Facebook so you can be informed as the news unfolds. Remember to join us again tomorrow for another edition of the Government News Brief. Thank you for watching.